This Big Zoo, aka Billy Cash, and you're listening to Big Zoo Nation. You know what I'm talking about? And let me tell you what's going on in the zoo today. Man, J. Cole is back. J. Cole is not going to be left out of the big three conversation, with Kendrick doing the Super Bowl and Drake releasing some sexy songs for you. He decides to put out his own song, Clouds. I mean, Clouds is, man, I'm talking about it. It's not the hey, let's get crunk type of song or party type of song, but it is a masterful performance of a rap song. I've always stated, and I don't know if I've said this before on the channel, but I feel like J. Cole is one of the best rappers alive. And I think that he's pretty much better than the big three as far as displaying lyrics. He's showing people what a rapper really is. And it seems like on this new song, Clouds, same as Port of Antonio, he's not saying that he's just lyrically destroying rappers or whatever. You know, he starts off, he gets a little jab about people he's destroyed before, but then he just starts talking about life and just different things going on. And also he's speaking about AI and streams, and the boy is really, really rapping. I think this is what the game needs. He's going so hard, it might take 2 or 3 listens to actually gather what he's trying to say. So, man, shout out to J. Cole. A great recovery, because a lot of people had bad feelings towards J. Cole for pulling out of the battle and stuff like that. But J. Cole, it made sense for J. Cole because these guys are about to get too dirty. They talking about wives cheating and having secret babies, children that's not being reported, PDF files. So at the end of the day, J. Cole didn't have a place in that battle. I mean, he's redeeming himself right now. And if the fall off is going to sound like this, I'm going to be a strong listener. Now, when you actually listen to Clouds, the way he's harmonizing, it kind of gives you a nostalgic Bone Thugs and Harmony almost feel. The boy is going hard. I've found some people who are giving specific lyrical breakdowns, and we finna play that right now for you. It's Big Zoo Nation.
So you could just stream your content like rent. You won't own a thing before long. All the songs the whole world sings will be generated by latest of AI regimes. It's all about.
It wasn't too long ago that I came on here and told you guys, hey, I think J. Cole's the best rapper alive. But I had a disclaimer. I said I'd rap it. But after the releases of Port Antonio and this new record, Clouds, J. Cole's starting to get in that introspective bag while displaying the same great rap schemes and also talking about stuff. And if you look a little deeper, I think the audience will realize that J. Cole is the one that truly understands what's really going on, is really talking to us about what's going on in comparison to his peers. Okay, now let's get into it. The record is called Clouds. He says on his Inevitable site. I just went to share. Made this a few days ago. Then I added the second verse. I was like, man, I got a bag now. I got a blog now. I'm sorry. I can put whatever I want up there. I didn't have a title 20 minutes ago when I decided to really put this up. But now I got one. It says Clouds, produced by small contribution from him, Omen. You get the point, right? It's so funny. I just posted this. I said, still ain't hear nobody rap on an album better than Cole on the off season. I'm talking raw rapping at least when I posted it. But telling the truth doesn't fit the narrative. And that's the key thing I'm going to be talking about to a lot of y'all lately, is the narrative, right? Because that's what I feel like hip hop media, content creators, whatever you want to call them, I feel like it's a set of narratives they can't deviate from. When I listen to this whole joint, okay, first I get the rhyme schemes, right? And I love that he put the lyrics on the site, the Inevitable site, right? So if you look at that first verse, I remember looking at E, who pointed out, I believe it was last night or this morning, right? It says, talked about this Barry Cardio Mario lines, right? These are fire. Fire. It kind of something similar in Port Antonio, where the first verse is straight up bar, right? But hello, the second verse, right? Talking to the audience, talking about what's going on around him. And actually, in my opinion, also doing something about it. Let me tell you what I mean. As far as how we talk about music is released compared to peers, we're having a conversation about streaming leaks, this, that, and third. A battle about this label and this streaming service. I don't know if Cole is going to follow through with it when he drops the fall. But with the Inevitable series, we got that direct to consumer. He's actually following through. Cole's not out there with XYZ third corporation, because when he says, "Hey, listen, dog, I seen big things addicted to things that dash cashiers, machines, buy, subscribe, you could just stream your content like rent. You won't own And before long, songs, the whole world things be generated by AI regimes. So when I see him releasing a content straight to consumer, I'm like, dog, I know you want to. Maybe the world doesn't understand. I know you want to. So how you want to do this, right? And I think also another thing is when you start talking about, you know, as far as who wants to make positive changes. I get what y'all about the apology. I get it. Like for me, I just rather my brother and get into it. And I don't think that even needs much of a talking. But when y'all want to talk about mature art, all these things, that's who's mature. Picking these up, saying, oh, I know when I make mistakes, I can instead of doubling down, I can walk it back and say, that's just not nothing to do, right? And the second verse, again, right, when we talking about the dog, I mean, I wasn't supposed to be a breakdown, but right there, where it says the traumatized with sickness, pain, and lives for rich to serve on the plate, sirloin steak, the billionaires who care the world's going. I, and you know, I've started to have new appreciation for KD, and J. Cole is like the KD, someone that really cares about ball. Wanted to win. Might have fell a little bit, but fell back in love. And he mentions that in the song. You know, teamed up with this person and teamed up with others, and it's between that LeBron kind of thing. But at the end of the day, it's like times when you watch the hoop, you're like, yo, I don't even after 10 Achilles, you're like, I wasn't a better hooper than him. And then when you start to understand KD, because KD, the burner, you know, he's all mad at fans, but you start to understand, like, oh, this is how KD's mind works. It's for me, it's just how J. Cole's mind works. Now, I know that he's probably not willing to pay the cost of what it's going to, you know, be the actual voice, right? Because he would have to, he's not willing to do that, whether it's those games, whether it's performing at certain places. Men can't help but feel like this is actually the voice that we need. But, you know, it doesn't fit the narrative.